Hi, Alana here, and today I want to talk about our identities and how they can change. So let's get into that. Throughout our lives, we take on many different roles, we have many different hobbies, activities, jobs that we do, and it can be easy to get tied into a certain identity. Even our roles of mother, daughter, sister, wife, could be brother, husband, son, all those different things. The job that we do. Uh, I've been a social worker, I've been a musician, and I have been an athlete, not professional, not paid, but I was pretty athletic at one time. It doesn't look like it now, but I was. Um, there's just all these different things that we can assign as our identity. And it's important that we don't get tied into it, because if things change, if our circumstances change, are we still worthwhile? Are we still um, who we are? And who am I really if I'm not doing all these things? Well, I guess I'm just me. I'm human, and that's as far as I can go, almost, really. I I can say that I am kind. I can talk about my characteristics and use those as part of my identity. But then if one day I'm not kind, does that mean that I'm not that? I think we're so multifaceted that identity can be pigeonholing in many ways. And when you do change your identity, it can feel life threatening. I'll give you an example. I was Mormon for a very long time, and or a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, for those of you that don't know. And I left the church when I was 37, and it was a huge identity shift for me. And I remember the day that I really looked at my doubts and went, holy crap, I can't do this anymore. I was crying and shaking and just didn't know what was going to happen next, because this is something that I had been prepared my whole life to not go beyond that step. And it was scary. This one of the scariest things I've ever had to do. Um, and it took courage. And it took really like a death of that identity to move forward. Um, it was very difficult, and lots of doubts even taking those steps forward, even though I was pretty darn sure. You hear all the conditioning from your whole life saying, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, and yet I know in my heart it's right. It can just throw your whole life into a tailspin. And there's all these points throughout our lives where we have to make tough decisions, have to decide who we are, what direction we're going to go. And they're like these flexion points or turning points. And changing direction is okay. We're taught that, if you take a different turn, you're going to go off to hell or outer darkness, in my case, or or maybe you won't succeed in life, or you won't become what you're meant to be. And all these things just go around, swirl in your head, and we lose sight that we're just human and we're figuring things out. And it's okay. Our identity is not all these other things. It's just, I'm just me. And I'm going to figure this out, and it's going to be okay. And we're going to move on. And the whole world doesn't crash down because of a single decision or even a series of decisions. Yes, there can be negative consequences. I will not deny that. And yes, people can go off the rails. but your whole identity, it doesn't have to be tied up in one single thing, and you can move on and move forward and continue to grow. I think I'll talk about this more in future videos, but I just wanted to do a short little thing here. And to tie that into homesteading or life, or even life after 50, there are going to be changes. There are going to be rule changes and identity changes, and it's okay. It's okay to just be you and to take a breath. Take a minute and just be with who we are. Because if we can be with who we are and not be scared of who that is or who we're becoming, as long as it's a good thing, it's going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I'm going to be okay. And it's all going to be okay. I hope that gives someone a little pause, a little reflection, and we'll talk to you later. Oh, please comment, like, subscribe, and share, and help a girl out, because those are all free and they really help. And if you like this content, check in later. I'll have something else to say. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.